Now we're ready to start preparing our paper pattern for our summer nightie. We have 3 sheets of paper that we've printed off. The first one is piece number 1, part 1 of 2, which means we have 2 pieces that make up piece number 1. The second sheet here is piece number 1, part 2 of 2. So that's my second piece, and when we glue them both together we'll have piece number 1. Now the third sheet is the shoulder strap, and it's piece number 2. Now before we cut any of these out, let's have a look at the measurement across here. Make sure that it is what we are told it needs to be in these areas here. Then we know the pattern's been printed to the correct size and it'll fit our doll when we've made it up. Now let's have a look. We've got 24.2 or 3. Yep, there we go, 24.3 centimeters, or in inches, 9.5. So I know that we've printed this out correctly and it's going to fit. So let's just start cutting around the dark bold line all the way around each of the pattern pieces. Go, that's the first one, and we'll do the second part of piece number 1 now, and all we're doing is cutting all the way around the dark line. Okay, that's the second piece we've cut out. Let's just move all this rubbish out of the way. So there's the second piece. We just have one more piece to cut out. And it's exactly the same as all the others. You just cut around the thick black line. Okay, so now we have all the pieces cut out. That one we don't need to do anything with, so we'll just move it to the side. But this piece number 1, we actually need to do some gluing on this one. So let's have a look at what it's telling us to do. We need to glue this piece on top of part 2. This is part 2, and we need to glue it underneath part 1. So we know that it needs to go like that. Now let's turn it sideways and read these instructions. This one tells me to join this to the dashed line, and it's pointing to this. These 2 arrows are pointing to this thick black line. So we need to join this thick line to the dashed line, and this is the dashed line we're referring to. So we need to put glue here in this overlap section. So in this section here we place our glue. Then we take this part and place it over the top. And as a further clarification, I have an instruction here which tells us to kiss A1 to A2. So there's A1. We're going to make sure that it's going to be kissing A2 over that side, and on this side we're kissing B1 to B2. So there's my B1, and it's going to be kissing B2. So let's just move that away a little bit, take our glue, and I like to use the stick glue because it dries a lot quicker than any of the wet glues. And I'm just placing a piece of paper underneath my work here so that I don't get glue on my cutting board. And I can throw this piece of paper away when we're finished. So I'm just placing some glue in that overlap section there, and I'm bringing this dark bold line to my dotted line. So I'll place it on there and there. Lovely. And I'm kissing A1 to A2, and I'm just going to move that and move it down just a smidge more. There we are. So I'm joining the solid line to my dashed line, and I've kissed A1 to A2 and B1 to B2 over here. So I'll just remove my scrap piece of paper and turn that back around the side. So this is now piece number 1. It's been joined in the middle here. So now we've prepared our paper pattern, we can go over and start cutting it out in the fabric.